putting my hair up because I just can't deal with it right now. Oh god. It is what it is. Today's going to be a helpful video for all the ones that are losing their mind right now. It's a rough time because we're stuck inside and bored as heck. I am gonna say I think I have watched every show and movie under the sun that at least is interesting on Netflix. So I have a list of the things that I have watched that are worth watching and worth your time if you have not yet watched them. So I have a list of shows and movies. I think shows are a lot better because they last longer than a movie, and it's perfect for the little life crisis we're going through right now. So all I have been doing is watching shows and movies. So I'm going to be giving you guys this list, and hopefully this helps you with your boredom, and I just pray that we're all doing okay, staying safe, and hopefully this helps. So I'm gonna start with the shows. First one is The Society. 10 out of 10, maybe 11 out of 10. This is for people that like to watch mysterious things and like adventurous and like, I don't really know. I don't really watch that stuff, but when I watched it, I was obsessed. I clicked with the show really fast and I was pretty surprised because it's stuff that I don't usually watch. But it is so good. There's only one season. It's basically about a group of teens that go on like a school trip and they come back to a whole different realm or like different world, and they all have to survive. Their parents are gone, and it's literally just the group of seniors in this world that looks exactly like the real world. That's all I can say without spoiling anything, and it's so good. The last episode of season 1 is definitely a cliffhanger, so that's one thing I do hate about the show. I hate when shows and movies do that. It's really annoying. I can see the handles down.
Creep.
I'm filming a video.
What are you filming?
No, what are you doing? I'm filming a video.
Okay. It's not live. What are you filming?
Stuff you must watch while you're stuck at home.
Much?
Must watch.
You said stuff you much watch.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Come on.
Thanks for your visit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
The next one is I Am Not Okay With This. This show is... I Am Not Okay With This is basically about a teenage girl that has like special powers, and she has like a really messed up life. Like she's going through a ton of stuff that is not fun. I guess that's how you could say it. And she just tries to learn how to use them properly, I guess. But cliffhanger at the end of the episode, there's only one season. I will say it's strange, but it's addicting. I think it's probably because one of the boy characters is really hot. I don't know about you, but if you watch this, you probably know what I'm talking about. The next show is my favorite show of all time right now. I'm currently watching this, have not finished it, but it has been out since October 2018, and I don't know why it's now being hyped up because it's a really good show. All American. I'm sure everybody has watched the show. If you have not, it's so good. It's kind of based on about like football, but it's about this teenage boy that is like living in like a rough area, and then he gets recruited from a different school, and then he moves to Beverly Hills, which is the school, and he like, from what I've watched so far, like he balances his like actual home with his other home. I don't know, that's all I've watched. I'm on season 1, episode 7. I haven't made it that far. There is 2 seasons. I rate the show 100 out of 10. It is so good. For the girls that aren't really into football like me, or like find interest in watching about it, it's not all about football. It's definitely more about like teen drama and like what actually goes on through high school and like, you know, just different areas, I guess. I don't really know. This next show is called Love is Blind. This one is like a reality TV show. It's strange. At first, I was like, this has to be a joke. A group of guys and girls, they go on dates, but they can't see each other. So they basically fall in love without seeing the person. The next few episodes, the person, well the guy obviously, asks the girl like they've been talking to or thinks that they're in love with, asks them to marry them, and then the whole season goes on through like the whole adventure. So like once that happens, they ask to marry them, they meet, then they go on a trip to Mexico with all the couples that like are together. I think they go live in an apartment and then they go on to meeting each other's families, and then it's the wedding. This next one is the one that is on Hulu. This one has been out for a while. I recently just watched this a couple months ago. It's called Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid. So Yolanda takes in a group of girls and tries to make them into models, and like they go through stages and like competitions, and Yolanda will actually at the end pick one of the girls to take them under her wing and like will be their manager to get them into the modeling business. So these girls had no, I guess, experience with modeling like professionally, so Yolanda like builds them up and makes them better, I guess. It's really cool to see like how it all played out and what actually goes on through the modeling world if you're kind of into that stuff. This next one, it's been out for a while, everyone knows what the show is. This one is called You. I don't even need to explain this show. I am so excited for the next season. You have no idea. Oh, I don't even need to explain it. I think everybody knows what it is. If you haven't watched it, just go watch it. It is worth your time. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the movies, and the first one that we're gonna start with is the one that will probably mess you up the most. This movie is for the criers out there and like the ones that love romantic movies, and I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. This one is All the Bright Places. I have never cried so hard in my entire life, except for 5 Feet Apart. That was really sad too. It messes you up. The ending is really sad. It's about a girl that is having problems because her sister died, and then there's this guy that also has problems with like his anger or like his temper. They actually meet at a bridge and then they become really close, and then, you know, romantic movies, there's always like they become boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's all I can say. Alright, so this next movie is called Murder Mystery. I rate this movie a 9 out of 10. It was really funny. It's basically about this couple that goes, I think it's a honeymoon. Like they were gonna go somewhere, but they actually ended up on a cruise. And it's kind of like, what's that board game called? Clue. It's like that. The next one is Life as We Know It. I just watched this one, but this one is an old movie, like movies my mom would watch. It is adorable. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. All right, so this next movie is called About Time. Very cute movie. At first I was like, I don't really like it, but then at the end it got so much better. So basically it's about this guy that meets his like dream girl, and he can travel in time. So whatever mistake he makes or like wants to do over, he just goes back in time and fixes it. And so the last movie that I have for you guys is called Then Came You. I actually watched this with Elizabeth and it made us both cry because it was really sad. But it's about two best friends actually. One's a boy and one's a girl. The girl actually has a sickness and you can kind of tell where that's going. So the guy basically wants her to have the best time of her life, and I think she made a bucket list or like a list of what she wants to do, and I think they do that the whole entire movie. I think that's the plot. I haven't watched, we watched this movie a long time ago. The last time Elizabeth was here was in October, so I don't really remember, but I think that's the plot of the movie. All right, so that's everything that I have that you must watch over this quarantine time. I know I don't do a really good job of explaining every movie and show, but you guys can look them up on Netflix or watch the previews or whatever you want to do to see if they're interesting enough, but I tried my best. But I literally love every single thing that I just shared. All the movies and shows are amazing. So if you have not watched any of the shows or movies that I just said, then I 100% suggest you go and watch them, because they're amazing and they're worth watching. So hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you're not bored anymore. Bye!